around again. You want a dose of this right now it's KDA. I'm not gonna spin a blaze. 소리처럼 나 이래 믿지 못하게 loud 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 loud. I could take it to the top. 절대 멈추지 못해. 내가 끝내주는 bad girl yeah yeah. And when I start to talk that oh you know how to react. I'm a picture perfect face with the wild in my veins. You can hear it in my glow glow glow. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. 다 할 수 없는 배vo. 나와 되길 원한 늘 확신해. We got it all in our hands now. So can you handle what we're all about? We're so tough. Let's get it, show you out. Can you feel the rush now? Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You can go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. We go hard, till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning now. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. You ready for this? Let's go. See, 언제든지 내 모습 매직 단 한 번에 내가 잡아 절대 기죽지 않지. 펴펴 네가 뭘 알아. 근데 수워서 원해도 원하는 게 얼굴에 보여. I'm trouble and you running it. I'm so cold. When I move that way, you gon' be so blown. I'm the realest in the game. Said I'm on fire with the blade. You're about to hear my name ringing in your head like whoa. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. I'm so tough. Let's get it, show you out. Can you feel the rush now? Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You could go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. We go hard, till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning now. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. 난 멈추지 않아. Oh, we go hard. Oh, we pop stars. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You could go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. We go hard, till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning now. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down.
Hello everybody and welcome. Today, well, as you can tell, we're doing something a little bit different than I normally do. Earlier today, something special happened. I released the latest episode of my Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. However, because it was pre-recorded and I was busy that night, I wasn't able to post it the same day that it was recorded. I'm sorry about that. However, to make up for it, because yesterday was something special and the recording is something special, I've decided to do this little commentary bonus stream. So what we're going to do is I've got a Discord chat going on voice call that I will be adding to the stream in shortly. But we will be viewing the episode that was released today. Well, tonight, it should be actually released right now. And we'll be giving commentary of the episode as it's being played in the stream. Also, don't forget to check out my YouTube channel for previous episodes. And just a little note that the YouTube channel videos for the Pokemon Let's Go are all in HD, full 1080 at 60 frames per second. However, because of limitations with XSplit, my streams are only capable of 1080 at 30 frames per second. But this stream, as you can tell, is only being done at 480. Because, well, that's the limitations that I have at the moment. Now, let's begin. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the Discord call and let them say hello to everybody. So go ahead and say hello to the stream, everybody.
Hellos.
Hey.
Okay, we have Nitoria and Ryan Lightning in the Discord voice chat. They will be giving commentary alongside me today, well, tonight, depending on where you are. And just give me a second here for one last setting. Let's begin the video, shall we?
Beej, you can see how delayed the video is, the stream and the commentary is.
Yeah, it might be best for us to figure out some way that has less of a latency.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know of any way to actually do that, because it's just the fact that you guys aren't here to see it in person kind of messes things up. Now, as you can probably guess, the video is pre-recorded, as I said, so this was actually done yesterday, but we're mainly just going to be giving commentary about it.
Okay, this is my real experience with Let's Go Eevee, to be honest. So I don't really know too much about this game.
Same here.
I did some research on it, and Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu, as it's officially called, is actually a reskin of Pokemon Yellow. The original Pokemon Yellow, with a few small changes. They changed...
So, basically, it's like the Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green thing all over again.
Yes, except instead of playing as Ash or Gary, you're playing as a new kid with a new rival, and you actually... I haven't found Ash yet, but I did bump into Gary at the Team Rocket headquarters, and actually got to fight him. He kicked my butt. But
plus, if I may throw a little point, you were actually incorrect. You don't play as Gary or Ash in Pokemon Red and Blue. You play as Red and Blue, respectively. Yellow is what had the whole Ash Pokemon journey thing going.
Ryan, Ash and Gary are the American names of Red and Blue in the Japanese.
Well, to be fair, there is a good bit of differences between Red and Ash. Like, even the anime recognizes this.
There's a few differences, yes, but story-wise,
story-wise,
Red is Ash and Blue is Gary. However, in this version, you're not playing as them. You're like no relation whatsoever to them. You just happen to live in Pallet Town years later.
So pretty much unlike Pokemon Yellow, where you play as Ash, you're actually playing as essentially someone else.
Yeah, this takes place, I don't know how many years in the future, but it's several years in the future. And Professor Oak does give you your first Pokemon. Sort of. He has you come to his lab like always, and he tells you, okay, pick out a Pokemon. But when he does, he gets interrupted, and you have to go find him in the forest. Well, not the forest, but you gotta go find him in the grass. And as you're doing that, depending on which version you have, Eevee or Pikachu, the respective Pokemon jumps out of nowhere and pretty much lands on your shoulder, refusing to get down. And Oak is like, oh, well, I guess this is your first Pokemon now.
Even though you didn't properly catch one Pokemon.
No, you don't actually, when you go back to the lab, the respective Pokemon does hop into a Pokeball, but you don't put them there, they put themselves in there. Now, I did find out that, you see at the top there where it says play with Melissa, you can actually play with the Pokemon like you can in later Pokemon games. And I did find out that
I kind of figured that out.
if you take the starter Pokemon out of the rotation, they actually get mad at you. Now they quickly forgive you and be friendly and all, but you know, for a few moments they act like they're completely mad at you if you take them out of rotation. There's also, if you try to evolve them, Eevee and Pikachu will not, the starter Eevee and starter Pikachu will not evolve in Let's Go, no matter how hard you try.
You should a lot of Pokemon have grown up with. I grew up in the 93. I grew up in 93, so I was around during the starters.
At this point in the game, what I'm trying to do, I'm assuming you guys are seeing the Pokédex, is I heard...
So, you can't evolve the Eevee.
You have to catch a separate Eevee or transfer it from someone else, or transfer it from Pokemon Go, which is the cell phone app, like from the iOS app or the Android app, depending on which kind of phone you have. But the one you start out with, you can never evolve, no matter how hard you try. They can be level 100, you can feed them a ton of stones and they will never evolve. They just refuse. And what I'm doing here in the Pokédex is I'm trying to find a specific Pokemon that was released with Let's Go. And oddly enough,
I remember, didn't we already discover that though? It was actually not directly released with Let's Go. It was released with Pokemon Go and can be transferred over into Let's Go.
Which one are you talking about?
The one that looks like a metal Ditto. Yeah, Meltan.
Yeah, just watch.
Meltan Melmetal.
The way you get it, and I didn't know this at the time, I was just goofing around. And the way you get it is you have to first transfer a Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Let's Go. After you do the transfer, you will get, there's like a 50% chance of an item popping up in your inventory called the Mysterious Box. You open the box, and you have a 30% chance of a wild Miltank showing up in Pokemon Go. Then you have to catch it, then you have to transfer it to Let's Go. But when you transfer it, a new Miltank will appear in the wild on your phone after you transfer it to Let's Go. But you can only catch a Miltank once every 6 days. Or is it 7 days? I think it's 6. So although you get unlimited Miltanks, you can only catch one every 6 days. And what I'm doing here, as I'm going to the Pokédex, I'm looking on my phone, and at the same time, I'm trying to find Miltank on Pokemon Go for the phone. And it was Melissa that figured out how to do it. I didn't even know about Miltank until she comes in and says, "Hey, we got a new number 152 we can catch." I was like, 152? That's a Johto. We can't catch that." She goes, "Oh, but there's a new Pokemon just for Let's Go. It's a 152 and we can catch it." So here we go, linking up the Switch with the cell phone to transfer the Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Let's Go. At first, I thought they do it by Bluetooth, but it's not. It's actually done through the internet. I thought that it would simply transfer direct Bluetooth from the phone to the Switch, but no, it goes through the internet. Basically, the Pokemon Go Park takes place of the Safari Zone. It's the same general idea. that Pokemon that don't normally show up will show up there, but it's how you transfer from Pokemon Go to Let's Go.
Oh, I did pre-order a game, by the way.
Which one?
Jump Force.
Okay, I don't know that one. Oh, there he is.
It's a Solemn Jump game. Shonen Jump. Oh, it's that. Yeah, that wasn't that Pokemon everywhere in Pokemon Go at one point. At least everybody at least got one.
He was created specifically for Pokemon Let's Go and Pokemon Go. Now there is one similar that I've seen in I think it was X, Y, and Z. And he had a bunch of rings for a head, but it wasn't this guy. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to get my Alpha Sapphire out and see what that one was named. I should still have it. What is that noise?
Which noise?
It sounds like wind blowing in the background.
That's it. That's Nitoya breathing on the mic.
Yeah. I'm using my gaming headphones. These are the Afterglows.
Yeah, can you move the mic away a bit, or will it not do that? It's too close.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. You had it too close to your mouth is all.
We haven't done these we haven't talked in forever like this. We used to a long time ago.
Because every time I try to do a stream, nobody answers. So I end up being by myself and don't even bother with the voice chat. Wateria was supposed to be with us too, but she's not answering right now. Now, I made a goof here. I caught a female Nidoran and a female Nidorana. I goofed. Because in Pokemon Go, it doesn't tell you which Pokemon evolve into which ones. It assumes that you already know. So I ended up getting two of the same evolutionary line, whereas I thought that one was female and one was male. And it looks like we got 4 people watching. Which one is it that Gloom evolves from? Ryan?
Yeah?
Which one is it that evolves into Gloom?
Yeah? What was it?
Which Pokemon is it that evolves into Gloom?
Gloom.
Because I know Gloom is a second stage, but I'm trying to remember what he evolves from.
Oddish.
Oddish? Give me a sec here, be right back.
It's not
That's this gets put in here. Oh, that was the original purpose of this.
It hasn't been streamed, dude.
Won't add much, but us if I remember, or most of it's going to be.
Okay, I'm back.
Also,
And it turns out I do not have an oddish on either game. Now, a funny thing they did with the Let's Go series was they took Fly, Surf, Strength, and Flash and made it to where only Pikachu and Eevee can use them.
I'm guessing to make it so it's very beneficial to keep your Eevee around, or at the very least,
Well,
make it so
but here's the thing. The skills no longer count as attacks. You can only use them in the overworld.
yeah, it's likely to make it so those skills don't really, since well some of them are skills, don't really og up the other Pokemon's thing. It makes so you
Yeah.
can customize your team a bit better instead of having to specifically bring a Pokemon always with you that happens to know that move.
Right. Whereas now, the Pokemon that you have to have with you at all times, whether she's in the party or not, she follows you, or he, whichever, is now the one that does all the special abilities that you need for the overworld. Who is this? Okay, I know who that is. Okay.
Okay, be right back. Be right back.
Alright. And I also made a mistake here because I totally forgot that I had the fossil for Kabuto in my inventory when I was trying to get the other one.
Okay, I'm back.
Yay!
And it's that Pokemon that I can never figure out. Who's up and which way's up and which way's down.
Yeah, right? Because I remember that you pick out a fossil in each game. But here's the thing, in Pokemon Go, they show up randomly. Ooh, what's this? That spring, I was so confused about that spring because I thought there was like for a Pokemon to evolve. And I spent the longest time trying to figure out what it does. So I looked online eventually, and here's what the thing says. Your starter Pokemon will randomly give you presents that it finds in the grass as you're walking. These presents are usually no value whatsoever and are just simple left behind trash. But occasionally, a specific NPC scattered somewhere throughout the world will want that trash and give you major money for it. But the NPC walks from place to place, so you have to get lucky and find them. So you're basically walking around with a pocket full of trash hoping to find this NPC that will buy it from you. Otherwise, it has no value at all. You take it to a store and they'll give you like 10 pieces out of it. That's it. And unlike other Pokemon games, this one you have limited inventory room. Oh, and this I love. I figured this out by accident. I just wanted to pull out my Haunter, see what he would look like outside of the Pokeball, and next thing I know, I'm freaking out because I'm literally sitting on the back of my Haunter as he's floating around, and I'm like, oh my god! So here I am. Of course, the recording doesn't hear me, doesn't have me screaming and everything. But I was freaking out. I was like, how did I not do this before? And it turns out there are 25 Pokemon that you can ride on, including Snorlax, who carries you on his belly.
Wait, what?
Seriously! If you let Snorlax out of the Pokeball, he will stand up, and you're clinging to his belly with your Pikachu or your Eevee next to you, clinging to the other side of his belly. And he'll carry you around.
Where are you positioned? Where are you positioned?
As you're riding on him?
Yes, and please don't use that phrasing again.
Imagine like a kangaroo with the Joey in the pouch, except the Joey facing the mama. Is what it looks like.
Here's the thing, isn't Hunter a ghost Pokemon?
Yes.
What happens if you have a ghost Pokemon out?
It only works with certain Pokemon, and for the ghosts, Haunter is the only one.
Okay. To be fair, if I recall, Haunter is the only one that's, I think, no, Gengar is.
Oddly enough, if you evolve Haunter into Gengar, you can no longer ride him. It has to be Haunter. This gym gave me such a headache.
Well, there was that one gym I watched on your videos of those pads you kept zipping around the place.
Oh! I admit, I had to cheat on that one. I got about halfway through, and it kept sending me backwards. So, I go looking online, trying to find a map or something on how to get through, and I find this list of directions, but it's all in text. And I'm like, okay, this one goes to here, this one goes to here, but where the freak am I? And then
The funny thing is, the only Pokemon game I ever played was on the Game Boy. It was a clear red one. It was Ruby Red, I believe.
Okay, that's third generation, I want to say. That's Pokemon Sapphire.
No,
I'm sorry, Ruby. Pokemon Ruby. It's Sapphire's the companion. Hoenn.
Yeah, while all this was going on, I was able to record one video for my Ravensfield game. Okay, it sounds like my dad's here, so I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
Is there anyone other than that Materia and Nightoria that come in?
I've been trying to get people to come in. Nobody's answering but you two. Oh, man. Well, I take that back. Hark is answering, but he doesn't do voice chat. So, and he is watching. I can see him in the viewers list. He is watching. So as I said before, if you want to see this without the commentary, it is on my YouTube page. And in fact, it's probably streaming live on my YouTube page right now. I purposely started this after the YouTube page was a ways in so that the two would not interfere with each other. But this is the commentary version, and the no commentary one is on YouTube. Okay, you want me to say it like Havoc, but that's a U instead of a V. I shall wreak havoc upon your soul. Sorry, that just came out of nowhere. Ooh, I'm going to tell Sarah you said that. You're making fun of her. Cause she's British, she talks like that. I don't think it works like that. Cause they have the U as well, so I'm pretty sure that I'll have to ask her when I see her next time. Oh well, let's see, where are we? Oh, that old English. I thought you meant like just someone from London or from England.
Ye old English.
He says it's a pronunciation from the 12th century. I'll have to look that up because I.
Who said that?
Havoc.
Ah.
He's got it spelled with a U instead of an O, and he's saying that it's pronounced like a V. And I'm like, well, Sarah's British, and she still calls him Howard. So it's not because it's British, and now it may be Old English. It may actually be Old English. I'll have to look into that. God, I hate this gym. The invisible tiles, the invisible walls alone is enough to frustrate you, especially that you can only see them when the smoke is up. But what the gym leader does when I finally get to him, what he does is, I swear.
What he does?
Every move he does is either a reflect or a poison.
I mean, you might want to use a Pokemon that's immune to poison.
That's what I ended up doing at the end. But here's the thing, I totally forgot that I have a poison Pokemon that I had been saving for this specific battle. I totally forgot that I had it.
Is it in your roster right now?
Yes. I totally... Oh, that's another thing. To change out your roster, you no longer have to go to Pokemon Center. You can change out Pokemon on the fly. You can change your party Pokemon on the fly, anywhere in the game. Now, not during battle, mind you, but between battles, you can do it on the fly. And you can transfer on the fly, provided you are either next in the same vicinity as someone with another Eevee or Pikachu, or you have the subscription to Nintendo Online, which I gotta admit, it's cheap, but unless they get their act together and put some more better content on it, it's not worth it right now. The free content they have for Pokemon Online, I mean for Nintendo Online
What free
right now.
content do they have?
Oh my god. It's pitiful. They have a few, like 20 original NES games. They give you access to Pokemon Battles Online and Pokemon Trades Online, but you can't decide who you trade with. It's randomly generated. And they also have linked systems with, especially with like Splatoon and Mario Kart. They have a voice chat system that is ridiculously complicated to set up. You have to buy a separate device, hook your microphone to it, hook your cell phone to it, hook your Switch to it, and then hook that to your TV. And it just... Why can't they just put the voice chat on the Switch? The Switch has a 4-port J-type connection. It can do a headset. Easy. I've tested it. But they haven't put the software in the Switch to let it do that.
Oh yeah, and the other thing is, previous Pokemon games have clearly shown that they could implement a mic system probably fairly easily into it. Because, for example, Hey There Pikachu. The entire game was practically based on the mic system.
Have you seen what... I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was... Not the...
Let me guess.
Not the nerd. It wasn't the nerd. There was another guy... JonTron, I think it was... did a video specifically about Hey You Pikachu, and the whole time that you're supposed to give Pikachu orders on what to do, he's screaming out and half of what he's saying is bleeped out, so you can't understand half of what he's saying. It's just like beep beep beep, and Pikachu is smiling, looking at him like, okay, I'm going to do what you say, just please shut up and quit pestering me. It's so funny, because Pikachu acts like he's being all nice and everything, and the whole time he's screaming profanities out as loud as he can.
I think you're thinking of Game Grump.
No, I know it wasn't Game Grump.
Or Peanut Butter Gamer.
No, it was like JonTron, or it may have been the Beard Brothers. I'll have to look at my YouTube history and see which one it was. But I know it wasn't. This dude was funny. The whole time he just screaming profanities at Pikachu, and Pikachu's all smiling like, Pika, Pika! Oh my god.
Though I do find it kind of crap, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, did you hear that the Super Best Friends plays is no longer really going to be doing videos?
The Super Best Friends?
Yeah, hold on, I think it's Super Best Friends, or it might be just Best Friends Play.
No, it's Best Friends Play and...
Knew it. Yeah, it's Super Best Friends Play.
I don't know that group.
Oh, thought you might, never mind then.
Give me a sec, I'm going to look up who it was that was making fun of that Hey You Pikachu. Be right back.
Okay. BRB.
I'm back.
Well, hello, welcome back. You know what I find weird is that when the Switch first came out, Nintendo and Netflix announced that they would be releasing an app for it to let you play Netflix on the Switch, which they insist it's still coming. It's still coming, and it's just waiting on Nintendo to approve it. However, YouTube, who didn't want an app on the Switch, has released an app for the Switch already, and Netflix hasn't. Weird. The complete opposite of what we originally promised. Where is that video? I know it's here somewhere.
BRB. Dare and all that.
Okay, I'll have to find it later. I can't find it right now. I'll do a search for it later. Oh yeah, that stinking poison. It's always a pain. At least my fire spin finally got him, and now there's no way I can lose. Even if he kills off most of my Pokemon, he's not going to survive long enough.
you look at your chat on Mixer?
The Mixer chat? Hold on. Let me load that up right quick. Who is Ronnie? Is that you?
No. I'm not even. I don't think I'm logged in to the chat.
Okay, the gym after Erica. Okay, let's see here. The gym after Erica. I believe that's this one here. You have to go to Seafoam Islands to get to this one. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Oh, she's the plant lady. Okay. She's. Did you do the Kung Fu gym? Which is like a small gym off to the side. Okay, if you're where I think you are, which is where the Team Market area and the arcade are, there's actually two gyms in that city. There's one, I believe is Erica, and then there's one like right next to it, which is a fighting dojo. And although they don't give you a badge, you do have to beat it in order to progress in the story. If you're where I think you are.
Cammy. I'm starting to upload my first video onto my channel.
Okay, Ronnie, I'm not sure if you're getting my messages. I need to know which city you're in. This feels weird. I'm looking at my computer screen and I'm seeing one thing, but then I look down at my Switch and I'm seeing something totally different. Is he still there? 5 viewers. Nice. Well, thank you everybody for coming. Thank you all so very much for coming. It doesn't seem to be answering.
But he had to go to, Ryan had to go to dinner.
No, not Ryan. Ronnie. Ronnie in the mixer chat. Either my mixer's not working or he's not answering. Let me try reloading it. Maybe he just isn't getting my message. I don't know. Okay, I just refreshed the page and he still hasn't answered. So I don't know if he's getting my messages or not. In your inventory, in the bag, you should see the map and let me know which city you're in and I can tell you what gyms are there and how to beat them. But if you're fighting plant, it should be obvious. Just use fire. If you're fighting the plant lady. I'm trying to see which city it is that has the plant lady. Nitoya, you there?
Yeah, I'm
Okay. Okay, yeah, it is the one I think it is. That would be Celadon City. which is it's on the central cross, the left side. So after you beat her, you
Question: why in the video are you trying to catch one of the most useless Pokemon? A Magikarp.
Oh, because there's a trick you can do with Magikarp. There's a guy in Viridian, I think it is, that if you give him a Magikarp, he will give you a. He will give you. I don't know what it is that he gives you. It's one of the TMs that's very rare. I think it's Hypnosis he gives you. If you give him a Magikarp, I think he gives you Hypnosis. Anyway, so he beat the plant lady. Is this the place that has the Team Rocket? Okay, no it's not. Okay, so what you need to do, I assume, because of where you are, you've already done the Ghost Tower, which is Lavender Town. What you gotta do, after you beat the plant lady, go back to Lavender Town, you take the path going south, and then when it forks, go left, and you want to go to Vermilion City. That's your next gym. And then after you beat Vermilion City, make sure to grab a bottle of water and take it to the security guard. And he will let you into Saffron City to fight Team Rocket.
Is this actual Team Rocket, Jesse and James, or is it
Jesse, James, and Giovanni? They actually got the Team Rocket from the cartoon instead of the Team Rocket from the red, blue, and yellow. So it's... And every time you beat them, I swear, they actually do Team Rocket's blasting off again! But thank God they don't do the prepare for trouble bit. They don't do that. But they do the blasting off again bit. So, Ronnie, what you do, like I said, go to Lavender Town, head south, take the left fork, and go to Vermilion City. That is your next gym.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you waste Pokeballs if you...
Do what?
Do you waste Pokeballs if you miss?
Yes.
Oh, no, that's bullshit.
But here's the thing.
Why can't... No, I'm just saying, why can't you just run off and recollect...
Pokeballs in this game are almost like currency. Every time you catch a Pokemon, every time you beat a trainer, you get Pokemon. Huh?
Are you forgetting the fact they could put a spin on the Pokeball?
I know you can tilt the Pokeballs, but it's not as easy as you think.
Well, if I remember, if you put a spin on the Pokeball, it makes it so you have a higher chance of catching it.
Try doing that with a motion control. It's easier said than done. This game utilizes motion controls.
And how do you put a spin on it?
You have to tilt the ball as you're throwing it to get it to spin. But here's the thing, if you're using the Pokeball Plus like I am in this one, it is so sensitive that you only have to move your arm maybe 1.5 feet to register a throw. If you move your arm any further, the ball will go down to the floor. It'll be like throwing it to the ground. So you have to be very careful on how you do it. If you move your arm too far, it'll dive into the ground. If you move it too short, it'll go up into the air for Pokemon that are higher up.
That shell on that his tail must hurt.
It's fused to him. If you ever watch the disappointing Pokemon Evolution series, I forget what that Pokemon is named, but it's actually, his tail is fused to its stomach. Okay, Ronnie is still not answering, so I'm going to assume he either left or he's busy making his way over there.
What's about making way over there?
I gave him, I hope he got the instructions I sent him, but he needs to go to Saffron City to fight his next gym leader. And to fight Team Rocket.
Now, out of curiosity, why do you burn Great Balls on a slope? Bro.
Because I'm trying to get rid of them.
You're trying to get rid of Great Balls.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you have limited inventory space, and Great Balls are actually almost useless in this game.
Don't Great Balls work as better Pokeballs?
They're better Pokeballs, but they're not as good as Ultra Balls, and they're harder to come by than, I'm sorry, they're harder to come by than Pokeballs. But it's like, once you have Ultra Balls, there's really no point in having Great Balls.
Well, how can you get a large supply of Ultra Balls?
Just by catching Pokemon. You can either catch Pokemon, or you can go to any one of the shops. Once you have your first Ultra Ball, every shop in the game will have Ultra Balls from then on. The only thing that is exclusive to a specific shop are the TMs and evolutionary stones. Everything else you can pretty much get on any shop in any city.
Ah, yes, Jinx, the racist Pokemon.
Let's not go there. I'm trying to keep this channel as PG as possible.
What, I can't bring up the fact of that the Pokemon design was eventually changed in later iterations to what it is now?
You know, I'm wondering, are there any male Jinx out there?
No. I think Jinx is one of those female-only Pokemon species.
Jinx, Nidoran, Nidorano. Oh wait, no, there is a male Nidoran. Nidorano. And the evolution of Nidorano.
So, what's the point of pushing these blocks gradually farther and farther down?
There's a waterfall in the basement that I have to get past, but the water is moving too fast to surf across. So you have to use the blocks to block the water flow so that you can surf across and get out.
I'm kind of curious how escape rope works in this game.
The same as it does in the others.
I'm talking about animation-wise.
I haven't actually tried it yet. I do know that it doesn't work in all places. If you're inside a building, which in Red, Blue, and Yellow it worked, but in this one it doesn't.
Well, of course, where the hell are you going to throw the escape rope?
when you're in the 3rd floor of a basement, of a cave, where are you going to throw the escape rope then? And yet, on top of that, throwing a single escape rope, how do you suddenly find yourself outside of whatever it is you're in, even though you were 3 floors down?
You repeatedly use the same escape rope to get...
but there's only one animation, and it only counts as one.
Yeah, I'm saying, what if what you don't see is is your character constantly throwing escape ropes?
The one regret I have about this game is that it is a pain in the butt to level up Pokemon in an area that you've already beat all the trainers in.
Why is that?
Random encounters give you almost no experience. And
unlike later Pokemon games? Well, unlike earlier Pokemon games?
Yeah. I'm glad that all you have to do is catch them for it to be counted as a win. But if you're trying to grind, it's the worst possible way to grind. Now, if you're trying to go shiny hunting, then yeah, you need to do that. You have to. The only way to get shiny... Huh?
Wait, so you don't fight wild Pokemon. You just go, hey there! Whoop.
There's only certain Pokemon that you actually have to fight in the wild.
Wild Legendary.
And a few others. Voltorb, Electrode, Snorlax, and...
why do you have to fight a Voltorb and Electrode? Is it because they self-destruct, and the game just wants to throw that FU of the...
that, and the only place that they can be caught in the wild is at the power plant when you go fight Voltorb. Fight Zapdos. The only place that you can catch Voltorb and Electrode in the wild is at the power plant.
Shiny Slowbro. You missed the shiny Slowbro.
I know. I'm not shiny hunting right now.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be better to go after a shiny Slowbro?
Yeah, go down a hole.
Yeah, right as you said that, fell down the hole.
Pokemon go down the hole. Ducky go down the hole.
Big Pearl.
Those big pearls are worth a fortune. Danger, fast current. This is what the stones are for. That signs
Melissa feels the tension in the air.
Yeah. That's how you get random items. Melissa you'll see a little message at the bottom right of the screen, and if you shake your controller when you see that, she'll either have something to tell you or she'll give you something.
I think with Pokemon games, I get lost.
And also, I found out.
I think a lot of people get lost in Pokemon games. And as you were saying,
I also found out that when you're riding on a Pokemon, your encounter chance is increased by 20%. So although you move faster, you also have more random encounters. Okay, if you look there, you see those 2 blocks on the left side?
no.
There's a point where I'm like standing at a corner and I'm looking at
You just pushed the block that was
okay.
Up against the pillar.
It's coming up. There's a point where I'm standing at a corner and I'll stop for a minute because what I'm doing is I'm looking at the side.
Yeah, I see it 2 blocks blocking the water flow.
Yeah, they're blocking the water flow, so now I can surf across that. All I gotta do now is find out how to get to it, and then I can surf across and get to the exit.
Be afraid.
Be afraid. Be very afraid. I kind of wish they gave you the option of having the Pokemon do the noises or the vocals from the series. If they had like a setting where you could change it. give you
But
that
they
choice. No. Only Eevee, Pikachu, and Mew have the vocals from the series. And the only way to get Mew in Pokemon Let's Go is to get a Pokeball Plus. He is not wild, and he is not
What's so special about Pokeball Plus?
Oh god. First off, the motion controls are way better than the Joy-Cons. Way better. If you play this on the Joy-Con and then play it with the Pokeball Plus, huge improvement. The Pokeball Plus, you can also put a Pokemon inside of it, and as you're going places, it will count your steps, give you random notifications, and if you respond to the notifications, your Pokemon will level up. And also,
then why
also
you get a Pokeball Plus?
I'm telling you. If you're not going to listen, I won't talk to you. Or I will mute your butt. Are you going to listen?
Maybe.
Oh, jeez. I love you guys. Well, what's this?
Hey. Anyway, as you were going to say about Pokeball Plus.
Well, the main reason I love it so much is that I put a Pokemon inside, I link it up to my phone, and just having it turned on, I don't even have to mess with it. I just have it turned on. It will level up the Pokemon inside, it will randomly catch Pokemon automatically, and it will spin Pokestops I come close, without me having to so much as touch it. There was one time I had a Pokemon in it for just like 4 or 5 hours. I put the Pokemon back into the Switch, it went up 25 levels.
Okay, why aren't you using it with Pokemon on Let's Go then?
I am.
Then why aren't you using it to catch Pokemon on?
I am.
You were talking about how it allows you, it works as a better motion controller, yet you are using you're using the Joy-Cons, as you said.
Nope. Not when I was recording this, I was using the Pokeball Plus. I'm controlling the game using the Pokeball.
I find funny that, like, the Pokeball just that the Pokeball doesn't, like, sink, it just bounces.
Oh, you think that's crazy? Try having a fire-type Pokemon standing on the water unaffected by it.
Can I just say, how do you miss a Pokemon that was staying still?
Like I said, although the controls on the Pokemon Plus are better than the Joy-Cons, they're still not perfect.
Okay, gotta go for a quick second.
Okay, we will count out how many seconds it takes.
I've heard of texting driving, but never mind. That's just weird.
What were you going to say?
I just got a message from
Okay, guess.
Strange. Okay, can you hear me now? I can't hear you. What the fuck?
Like, that's kind of weird. Had this issue happen with a friend before.
Okay, that was weird. I completely lost audio for some strange reason, so I muted the video. Sorry about that, folks. That was weird. I just completely...
What was weird?
I completely lost audio for some strange reason. I don't know what happened.
That is kind of weird.
Yeah, so I had to basically disconnect the headset, reset the audio capture, and then reconnect everything without stopping the stream. Hopefully it won't do that again. I don't know what caused it, and hopefully it won't happen again. Ronnie still hasn't answered, so I'm going to assume that either he's not there or he's already solved his issue. We have 8 people watching. Oh my god. It's been
Oh my god!
like, totally, man. Thank you all for coming. Thank you so much. It's been totally... Oh.
And I think I know Lightning's preferred method of healing someone now.
Wait, you what?
I think I know what Lightning's preferred method of healing someone if he's the team's healer.
Oh god. I'm wondering if I should put this on YouTube, you know, take it off of, when it's done, take it off a Mixer, put it on YouTube, and put it as like a commentary version next to the no commentary? Or what? I don't know.
Check your messages.
Oh god, don't start.
Anyway, but yeah. Like, is it just me or did a lot of at Cloning Lab look the same?
Well, this is Pokemon Yellow, so... basically Pokemon Yellow.
Yeah, I know, but still. I think the scientists who specialize
Now,
in
I did find out. I haven't been able to confirm this yet because I'm not at the point that I can find them. But I did find out that the elite trainer for Dratini, which is one of the in-game 151 Pokemon trainers, is actually the completionist. So those of you that have already beaten the Elite Four and are going after the 151 elite trainers, the trainer for Dratini is the completionist. And I haven't seen it myself because I'm not there yet, but the completionist on his channel admitted that it's him. He openly admitted it. And I find that amazing that Nintendo would actually put in YouTubers into one of their games.
Master Trainer Gerard.
It's the completionist. And he's not the only YouTuber that's in this game. There's a few others.
I mean, yeah, his name is Gerard.
Yeah. And I've also been told that Markiplier is in this.
As what?
As one of the 151 elite trainers. But for him, I can't confirm or deny it because I'm not at that point yet, and Markiplier hasn't acknowledged either way if it is him or not. But the completionist has confirmed that it is him for the Dratini trainer.
And I think they're called Master Trainers, not Elite Trainers.
Well, you know what I mean. You have to beat the Elite Four in order to even unlock them. The Pokemon Mansion. I know there's something here I'm supposed to find, but at this point I have no idea what it is, so I'm just goofing off.
So let me guess, the Master Trainers all specialize in one Pokemon?
Yes, that's why there's 151 of them. But here's the thing. Those Pokemon have max stats. Like, if someone took every specialized candy in the game and fed it to their Pokemon through the entirety of the game and gave them uber stats, you have to have max stats as well as be very good at your Pokemon. And one of the things the completionist says that I actually agree with is when he went up against the Magikarp trainer, and in order to fight them you have to have the same Pokemon that they're using, so it's Magikarp versus Magikarp. Imagine doing Splash. Yeah, imagine doing Splash for hours on end just trying to beat a stinking Magikarp.
Jesus Christ, you definitely need TMs to beat them.
But Magikarp can't learn TMs.
That's even worse! It means you'd have to insanely level him up just to learn all of his
also
moves.
Splash,
Hope he doesn't.
Splash has a base PP of 20 and a max PP of like 30. So after using it 30 times, it goes into Struggle. And Struggle does next to no damage.
What about moves other than Splash?
Magikarp doesn't have any other moves.
If I recall, I think he learns moves other than Splash as an sub.
I don't think so. I'll have to look that up. Let me see. But I do know he can't learn TMs or HMs.
Yeah, I can learn tackle and flail.
Are you sure that's for Let's Go?
Miles, do you not? Yeah, let's go, Eevee and Pikachu. He can learn tackle at level 15 and flail at level 30, and he can be tutored to learn bounce. So he only has 4 moves in his arsenal: splash, tackle, flail, and bounce.
Let's see, that is gonna be ridiculously hard. Cause just imagine a Magikarp with maximum stats, level 100, practically doing nothing but splash.
Oh, and there's also a move relearning in Pokemon Let's Go.
Okay, he has Splash, Tackle, and Flail that he can learn naturally. No TM moves. No HM moves. So he can only do Splash, Tackle, and Flail.
Unless you head to the move tutor, then he can also learn bounce.
What does Bounce do?
It's a flying type move.
Yeah, but I want to see what it actually does. No data. How can you... It doesn't tell what the move does.
Oh, no, I found it. The user with Bounce will spring up on the first turn, disappearing from view and becoming vulnerable to most attacks. On the second turn, Bounce deals damage and has a 30% chance of paralyzing a target. While in the air, the Pokemon can only be hit by the moves Gust, Twister, Thunder, Sky Uppercut, and Smackdown. With Gust and Twister dealing twice normal damage. Moves from No Guard Pokemon or any move following any identified move can also hit for regular power.
But because he's got max stats, his defense is through the roof.
If the user is holding a Power Herb, Bounce executes in 1 turn.
See if this works.
So yeah, just imagine that, just a floating Magikarp. Just a Magikarp that's just casually floating in the air.
Well, he is the most worthless Pokemon in the entire game. And we're back up to 6 viewers. Thank you all for coming. Hope you enjoyed the show. And we've got about... Oh, okay. So, should we do this more often with the commentary? You think?
If we had if we had a way make it so it's live or semi-live, then yes, I wouldn't really think it's that good of an idea otherwise.
Okay, I think the only way we could pull that off is if I were streaming to you specifically another feed. And I'll have to figure out some way of doing that, because the Discord screen capture and XSplit do not get along, so that's not going to work. This muck is really getting on my nerves. Muck is really getting on my nerves.
Oh. Says I need species. What's that?
Species. I think it's because he's going after the plant trainer. I think the guy that stands at the door checks to make sure if you have a fire type.
So pretty much, it's sort of. I can. I think. Are you talking right now? Yes, I've been able to hear you.
Okay, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It happened again. I don't know what's causing that. I'll have to check out my system after the stream's over. Alright, let's finish this. We're almost done. The video's almost done. Don't know why it did that. Actually, I get a pretty good idea why it did that.
Okay.
The USB connector from my headset is actually hanging on one side. It wasn't before.
Which essentially thinks you think gravity is slowly pulling it out.
That's what I'm thinking.
Makes sense.
I'll see what I can do later. If I can reorganize things. The video's almost over anyway. The Magmar tried to get me, but he couldn't get past that ball. I don't know what the point of that mansion is. I'll have to find out later. I'll have to check it out and find out what's the point of that mansion. Alright. Okay, and that's the end of the video. Thank you everybody for coming. Hope you all enjoyed. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I will get that fixed between now and the next stream, hopefully. But I will catch you all next time. And we have got to see about doing this again. This commentary was actually pretty fun. I rather enjoyed it. Mind the microphone cutting out for some strange reason. I'll figure out what that's caused. Anyway, hope you all have a good night, and I will definitely see you all next time. Good night.